In this video, we're going to be covering how to set up our first Volume campaign. So as soon as you sign up for Volume and you log in, you're going to arrive at this page. Now what you're going to want to do is, before you get to anything, you're going to want to add in your traffic source and use trackingtokens.com to add in your sub-IDs for tracking certain variables like keywords, ad IDs, etc., so that you don't have to manually input that information. You're also going to want to add in your affiliate networks, such as the Drip Revenue Network, so that you can quite easily organize where the majority of your profits are coming from network-wise. Once you've done both of those steps, come back into the campaign screen and we're going to go to flows. Now, when we end up at the flow screen, we're going to want to come down to new flow. So once we arrive on this page, we're going to want to name the flow. And for this example purposes, I've put example test. You're obviously going to put the name of your offer. And for country, you're simply going to put the country wherever you're going to be running the offer, or whatever country the offer allows. If it allows multiple countries, I typically leave it blank and just run global. That way I don't run into any redirect issues with Volume, I don't run into any tracking issues, and I don't end up confusing myself. I do recommend that you always set your default redirect mode to double meta refresh. This is simply because it stops affiliate networks and other affiliates from being able to see the exact refers, or like the website or the network that you're running with. It just hides important campaign information and prevents people from stealing that information. At this point, we're going to go down and click the continue button, and we're going to name our first path. Now, a path in Volume is essentially a custom flow that you can set up, where you can do mixtures of landing page split tests and offer split tests, and you can weight each one of these based upon the percentage of your traffic that you want to allocate to each. So if I wanted to come in here and create a landing page, I would come down and click Add New Lander. Now, we're obviously not going to be using a landing page. When we start out, I recommend that you direct a link. But if you wanted to add a landing page in, you could simply enter the landing page name and the lander URL. I would recommend starting out with simple landers where you only have one offer that's being promoted. If you wish to promote a wide variety of offers, like maybe have 4 or 5 different offers on the same page, you're going to need to change this number here. And you're going to need to refer to the Volume documentation on Volume's website as far as how to set up a multiple offer landing page. You're then going to set up the country, so we're going to leave this as global once again, just for an example purpose. And you would click Save once that's done. So since we're just direct linking, we're going to want to come up here and change our redirect mode to double meta refresh once again. And we're going to check a box here that says direct linking. At that point, we're going to come in here and click Add New Offer. And we're going to set a name for our offer. And we're going to put in our offer URL, which is the URL that we get inside of the Drip Revenue Network. Be sure to watch the Drip Revenue Network tutorial videos in that section to find your offer URL. So for an example URL, I've gone ahead and put in a random one here that's not the Drip Revenue Network, but it's just an example to show you what you're going to need to add to the end of your Drip Revenue affiliate link or offer URL in order to track properly with Volume. So as you can see, there's quite a few variables here at the end of the URL. Some of them are the offer ID, and the other portion is my affiliate ID. There's one final piece of code that we always have to add in, which is and avsub equals click ID. Basically what this does is it allows Volume to record the visitor as a click ID, and it's going to assign them a huge, very, very long set of numbers and letters with their visitor ID and with when they click your ad, and then it's going to report this back to the postback URL so that it can match the two and properly report where your conversions are coming from. So we can fill out the rest of this information, obviously keeping this global. For affiliate network, we would need to come down and select the Drip Revenue Network or whichever affiliate network you're advertising with. And for payout, I always leave it on auto because my postback URL that I'll show you how to set up will automatically report the payout from the affiliate network properly back to Volume. So once this is done, we're going to click Save. If we wanted to add in another offer and split test, we could repeat the process and we would end up having 50-50 weight distribution, or however much percentage we wanted to allocate to each offer to split test. But once that's done, we're going to come down here and we're going to click Save and Close. And we're going to come back to the Campaigns tab. We're going to hit New Campaign. And let's just say we're setting up a Bing campaign. And we can come in here and just name this Example Test. We can leave the country blank since we kept everything as global. For cost model, I recommend you choose CPC and you just set a random number in there to start. Since I recommend starting with 32-cent bids on Bing, I would just put in 32 cents. You can update this to the appropriate CPC once you have some data and you've had a couple days of running your ads on the platform, and you can accurately report your CPC back to Volume so that it's going to accurately report your costs. Next, we're going to choose flow, and we're going to come down and select the flow that we just made. And once that's done, we're going to click Save. So once we've actually gone ahead and click Save, we're going to get this campaign URL, which is going to appear with a green background. If we click the clipboard button, it's going to automatically copy our campaign URL, and this is what we would end up using to track inside of Bing Ads. We would put this as our tracking template. So this is the URL that you put in the tracking template, or let's say if you're advertising on Rev content, this is the destination URL you would put in. For Facebook, this would be the URL that you put in for your ads. And for Google, this would be the URL that you put in for your tracking template. So hopefully that gives you a basic overview of the features of Volume and how to set up your first campaign. If you have any questions regarding Volume, feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to help you.